So right now, National Weather Service let us know that we have high confidence that there should be a winter weather storm this weekend starting on Saturday through the Sunday. We can expect both rain, sleet, and snow. What they kind of look like is going to depend, and we'll get more clarification over the week as the weather continues.
Yes, Director Keaton, just first for me, just knowing the threat that's coming, the notification you've gotten from the Weather Service, just tell me where EMA stands right now, just as you're monitoring it for Augusta, just where you guys stand for the EMA office, just looking at the threat coming.
Right, so we are in the 72-hour and up beyond period, so this is the preparation phase. So what that means is we're hardening, we're going through our checklist. So each department has a checklist on what they do for each kind of incident. Since this weather storm, they're going through that. Like I said, last storm we had, that means that they're going through their checklist on if they need to salt the bridges, the roads, if they need to do their equipment checks. They're going through all of that stuff. So we're putting that all together, and then we're going to continue and have meetings when it gets closer to the time being. Since we're kind of more than 72 hours out, it's all preparation at this phase.
Okay.
Can you tell me what steps are being taken as far as getting the roads scraped or salted or whatever? What's happening with that exactly?
Of course. So road brining is another thing for salting. It's kind of a liquid version of that. Those things actually can only take place just before the storm. So if the storm is happening on Saturday, like I said, they wouldn't do that until later on. So there's actually no preparations for that other than going through their checklist and making sure that they have the salt, the brine, whatever they need for that. But those don't actually take place until just before.
And then going off of that, is there a possibility that there will be sandbags for people to pick up if they need that ahead of as it gets closer to time, or is it just kind of more so focusing on brining and salting the roads?
So sandbags are typically for flooding. Is there another reason that you?
No, I want to make sure
Yeah.
that we check all the
So,
boxes.
so
for
sandbags are
anything.
typically for
Yeah.
flooding, and if we have any flooding, we won't. It's not anything like that. This is cold weather, but we would have things like that. So right now they're just gathering their supplies and preparing to do the salting and the brining. GDOT is in control of all the state mandated roads as well as anything for the hospitals and stuff like that.
What about anything? Are you in communication with the transit department, the bus routes need to be rerouted, anything of that nature?
Yeah, I work very closely with transit. I work very closely with all the departments. So engineering, utilities, transit, those are all your big hot players during these kind of incidents. Transit does have a backup plan, and if we need to provide additional transportation on off-time transit hours, then that determination will be made closer to.
Question for me, just for homeowners. I know you're doing all you can from EMA's point of view to prepare as best you can. What are some safety tips you give to homeowners, and what's the EMA's plan to help homeowners in case they need help this weekend?
Yeah, I love this question because that's my favorite part of emergency management is helping people at their levels. Right now, at your home, something you can do today, if you have a cold draft or anything that you've kind of been telling yourself I need to take care of, put some towels down there, put a pillow down there, whatever you can do to stop that draft. After that, you're gonna wanna make sure you do your pipes on the cold nights right before you go to bed. Let your pipe go. Kitchen pipe, bathroom pipe, doesn't have to be more than a couple of them. Turn it on. Drip, drip, drip is the cadence in which it should flow. Any more, you're gonna run too much water, but that'll keep your pipes from freezing. And then lastly, during these events, when it snows or when it rains and then it freezes, sometimes that creates weight on top of wires and cords, and that can sometimes create a blackout for a temporary or a power outage for time being. What you can do at home to prepare for that is plug your phones up, get battery packs. Having communication and ensuring you have power on any kind of your devices is the best thing you can do for yourself at home.
If people have any more follow-up questions for you all, anyone in the community, who can they reach out to? How can they find more information and more updates between now and this weekend whenever this weather comes in?
Yeah, you can go to our social media pages, Augusta GA EMA. That'll give you the most recent updates on top of weather and anything else you need to reach. If you want to contact us directly, you can go to augustagovernmentcounty.com and it has our number listed on there. You guys, thank you so much. Please stay safe and stay warm.